Playing at home, we heard from Lindy Ruff that he felt there was more desperation here in the last few games. Is that one of the factors that you saw with this team playing better?
Yeah, well, I think, obviously, improving this and getting these wins at home is really a big thing. And coming out, the second half of the season, all these points are important, even just getting those overtime 1 point and then pushing for the second one. I thought we did a really good job at that. And then just down to the details, blocking shots and all those little things that really makes a big difference in the end of the game. And, really that's really helping us get those wins.
I know Lindy also said he felt things were maybe overcooked plays. Do you feel like the team is trusting themselves more, playing a little bit more simple at home?
Yeah, well, I think obviously when you're at home, you're in your comfort zone, your own rink, own fans. There's a lot of positivity towards all that. And I think just when you put it all together, trust yourself, your instincts, your teammates, everything. And for example, you go towards last night, the power play really took advantage of it, and Blackie had a great game. But no one really scored that many on 5-on-5, and special teams were the difference.
Dougie Hamilton's had a career year. Right now he's set a new career points level for himself. What have you seen out of his play offensively? I know he's a defenseman, but offensively, what have you seen up?
Yeah, obviously he's having he got a real touch for the net there now. Like, pucks are going in from making great plays. Obviously he's a fun player to be out there with, and he's been a difference maker. He's really taken over some games, scoring some big goals, and is really helping us get those points at the end of the game.
We hear good teams find ways to win, and this team has found many ways to win here. What level of confidence does that give this group that you can get through overtime wins, you can get those points, but now you can also get points in regulation again?
Yeah, it's great. You obviously every game you want to go out there and have your best, and sometimes that's not the thing, and other teams are going to bring their A game, and you just got to make sure you find those way to wins, and it's a big thing, at this time of the year, for the end of the year push, and we're making sure that we're staying ahead of it, and we're controlling it right now and making sure we get those points.
In what way does the team as a whole share the responsibility of the absence of Jack right now?
Yeah, obviously, well, he's a star player. He's making a difference out there every night, scoring goals, dominant every time he steps on that ice. And when you lose a guy like that, obviously, players got to step up. Things switches up, but we're all here for a reason. We trust ourselves and believe we can make plays, make a difference ourselves, and just being out there and you see guys take over, like as Dougie, two big power play goals, Blackie in the net, like stopping the pucks, and everyone wants to give ourselves the best chance to win, and that's what we did.
When you're having meetings prior to that first game without Jack, is there anything that had to be tweaked or anything that was a little bit different, knowing that his absence creates this big hole where other guys have to step in?
I think in terms of just the lineup switch there, I went back to center and a few different things like that because he's a big part of that middle ice. And I think a few things like that, but like I said, we have our game plan in place that we play, and our system and everything that we put towards for the first start of the year, and we might want to make sure that we keep it the same now. And but for sure we'll be happy when he gets back in the lineup to help us.
Just at home, the past 5 games, wins at home, what were some of the specific ways you saw the team play better to get those victories?
Well, we tried to emphasize our home play a lot. Like, we were obviously struggling at home for a while, and we were trying to take a little bit more pride playing at home in front of our fans. So the last couple of games, like last night you saw, I think it was kind of a full team effort. I know Blackie played unbelievable, and I think we had 4 lines chip in, and to play good teams down the stretch like that, it's going to have to be like that most nights, I think.
What about the desperation factor at home?
Yeah, like, you'd like to think that it's automatically there. I think you've seen our crowd the last, X amount of home games has been really good, and it gives you that extra little boost, and with that comes more desperation, and I think you could kind of see guys laying it on the line last night.
You talked about Blackwood, Hamilton, another player who played really well last night. What did you think of his performance?
He's been sneaky great. I think obviously you see his numbers he puts up, and if you look even a little bit closer, I think the timing of all of his goals are so big. I think he's been tying up games late. He's been scoring goals in overtime. So when your big players make big plays like that, that's what you need.
Now that you have those home wins, you go onto the road. This team has the best road record. How does that help bring the momentum into a 4-game stretch?
It's good. We're confident on the road, so it's fun. We look forward to going on the road, and this will be a good test for us.
Wondering sort of what the mentality is when a player like Jack goes out and then you come back with a big win, right? Because he's such an integral part. Does it change the mentality? Do you know what I'm trying to get at? Like when he's not there, to be able to come out with a win.
Yeah, I think maybe Jack more than anyone, you notice it right away.
Yeah.
Obviously, every day of the week we'd rather him be in the lineup, but it happens to every team. Their guys go down. Unfortunately, sometimes it's your best guy, and I think the best teams are the ones that through injury can kind of keep their identity and play the same way intact. So you're missing a ton of offensive magic, kind of, and when he leaves, I guess other guys pick up slack.
But a different way you have to pick up the slack, right? Because no one can replicate that.
Well, that's
what he does.
Yeah, of course, but that's 22 more minutes that other guys get to go out and feel the puck and be confident. So, like I said, like every day we'd rather Jack be there, but unfortunately right now we don't have him. So it's going to be an opportunity for other guys to play more.
Thanks, Bastian.